guys, what's up? So I'm back and today I have a video all about what I packed for my trail running trip that I took this past Friday, and also a little mini review on the Hoka Speed Goat because that's what I ran in. So let's get right into this guy. So first of all, there are obviously, when you go trail running, especially if you're going to do a longer route or a trail, then you're going to be out there for quite some time. I was out there with my friend for 4 hours, so it was quite a bit of time, and it was also a little bit of a distance from where we live. So I did have to do a little bit of packing, and everything was able to fit with my first thing. So this is the big old bag that I put everything in, and it's by the brand Voure. Super cute. My favorite thing about it is that, well, first of all, it has a ton of tiny little compartments in here where you can just like stick stuff. Pretty sure I still have my foot roller in here. Yeah, so my foot roller is still in one of the compartments. But the coolest thing is that on the side of the bag, so there's this zipper right in there, and this is what made me get this bag. So see that? Once you're done with your trail shoe, you literally just stick it right in there, and it's not with everything else, which I packed food and whatnot, so I definitely didn't want my nasty trail shoe to be in there with all of that. So 10 out of 10, highly recommend this bag by Voure. I'll link it down below. So what I packed in here was, as you guys saw, first of all, my little foot roller, because I'm always rolling my feet out. Homegirl does not want to get plantar fasciitis. That happens way too frequently in the running world. So first of all, what did I wear? I wore a pair of shorts, so just little hiking or longer spandex shorts with a long sleeve top to begin with. So this top, and I chose this top specifically because even though it's long sleeve, it has a little open back detailing back here, if you could see that a little bit. So that's what I wore to start off our trip. But I also did pack, which I didn't need anything except for the tank top because it never got too cold. It was actually a little gloomy, which was great because the sun wasn't just directly beaming down on us. But apart from what I wore, I also did pack a pair of leggings just in case it got a little bit colder. And these specific ones are actually from Fabletics, which I didn't think I was going to love them, but these are actually the Solar Power Hold leggings, and they were the bomb. They don't ride down, which is a thing that if I'm running and my leggings start to wiggle down, that gets really freaking annoying. So what I really like is that they're soft, but they're breathable, a little bit on the thicker side so they're not see-through, and they don't wiggle down. So packed the leggings. I also packed just a tank so that if it got hotter, then I could take off my long sleeve and put this tank top on, which I did end up doing because it was like in the 70s, 80s. And the last thing I packed for apparel was this rain windbreaker jacket, just in case it started to rain, because it was predicted to rain. Luckily it never did, but I did pack that. And everything was packed inside of my Nathan, oh, I forgot what the model exactly is called, but my Nathan water pack. And everything fits in here so comfortably to where it was fine, you know, like there's enough room in here for all of that stuff to just fit right in there, plus my water. So this guy was 2 liters, so this is 2 liters of water, fit perfectly. And I was fully hydrated the whole entire time, which that's actually really important, is to have enough water, because there's certain parts of the trails where it'll say experienced hikers only, no water for the next 3 miles, and you're like, oh no, well it's alright, I'm carrying 2 liters worth in my bag. So yeah, this was really cool because I put my little windbreaker in here, just like balled it up, stuck it in there, and then my food fit in here. I put my food in the little pocket, which I carried 2 Lara bars, and oh, which I guess I could jump into the nutrition, but yeah, so everything just fit in here perfectly. My phone fit in here, and then there's more room for storage in here, more room for storage in here, and it's lightweight, breathable, awesome. No chafing occurred while using it. And so next, the nutrition that I packed in that bag was, so like I said, I had 2 Lara bars, and I had 2 of these guys. They're by the brand Shine Organics, and it's kind of like baby food, basically. It has banana, carrot, mango, orange, wheatgrass, turmeric, and chia. Blends of organic fruits, veggies, and micronutrients. USDA organic. So it says that it's, and each of these little pouches were 100 calories, and it says that it's an excellent source of vitamin A and C, da 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 da. Alright, well, this is the guy. Is it focusing? Yep, there we go. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and I just stuck it in there. They're actually pretty good, in my opinion. They're pretty good. So I did that, and then I also did take 2, I packed 2 things of goos with me, which really chews, which one of them, Honey Stinger. This is the Organic Energy Chews, grapefruit flavored, and then my Old Faithful Tropical Punch Cliff Blocks. So those 2 guys also went in there. And the 2 Lara bars that I no longer have because I ate them. But so that was the foods that I had throughout the day. And so this was again for like 4 hours of trail running. And so, oh, and the last thing that I took also was a couple of these like little Nike stretchy bands, which actually came in super handy because my hair was just going all over the place even though it was in a ponytail. So I really needed that. And sunblock for my face, and this is just SPF 30 face Kula brand. Oh, maybe it goes this way. Nothing focuses on here. Okay, well, you can't, it's cool by the brand Kula. And so another thing that I obviously had to pack were my Curix insoles, which I did get a new pair of them because my other ones were getting pretty nasty, but, and I went down to a lower profile in these, but Curix insoles, put them in my hiking shoes. I have a feeling they made the world of a difference because my feet did not hurt at all whatsoever, which I think the combination of my Curix insoles, and now we're going to go into the little mini speed goat review. So like I said, I wore my Curix, and I actually ran in the Hoka Speed Goat. So it looks like this. I wear it in a size 6.5, and so these bad boys, where do I even begin? Well, so first of all, the Speed Goat weighs in at about 8 ounces for my shoe, so it's not very heavy, especially since I'm used to running in the New Balance 1080. I know I say that all the time as a reference, but those weigh 10 ounces. So for these guys to weigh 8 ounces and have as much padding as they did, it was really good. And it also had a metatarsal rocker. It still has the metatarsal rocker in there. But although it does have it, I didn't actually feel it unless I was running in the paved part to get to the actual trail. That's when I felt it, but it wasn't bothersome, it wasn't invasive. It was just a good amount of rocker to where once I got tired and was having to run on the road, it actually kept me going and feeling like I was getting a fluid ride, even though my legs were pretty fatigued. But during the actual trail itself, the ground was obviously very uneven, very rocky, and the shoes were, even though they have a lot of padding or more stacked up in padding, have sufficient stability to where I wasn't rolling over myself and I wasn't feeling anything on the ground, which is the coolest thing. it was soft. It was pillowy soft the whole entire time. And actually, I wouldn't even compare it to pillowy soft. It was responsively soft, if that makes sense. It was like firm. It was a firm base, but still plush enough to where I knew that it was more comfortable for me to feel the cushioning of the shoe than the floor itself. And the drop on this guy is 4 millimeters, so like I said, pretty evenly distributed. I felt like I had a nice grip on the ground, but I wasn't feeling all the nicks and cracks and rocks that I probably didn't want to feel. So these guys got me through a very long amount of run, that wasn't said well, but yeah, so it got me through that long trail run, and it was great. I loved it so much. Actually, I ended up doing a trail run the next day again. That was only like 4.5-ish miles, and part of it was on pavement, but it was great. Like, my feet did not hurt, and still today, a few days later, my feet don't hurt. Like, my feet aren't completely fatigued. Like, my whole body's fatigued, but my feet themselves, they're thriving. So 10 out of 10 would recommend Hoka Speed Goat. Get it before they're sold out at your local retailer. I'm just kidding, I don't know. And so the last thing that and also, okay, on my way to the trip, I wore my Brooks Launch, if that matters. Oh, and these guys, I got them in a size 6.5 also. Side note, PSFYI. So they're true to size. So I wore my launches on my way there, and then on the way back, because I thought that I needed a recovery slide, I wore my trusty UFO slides. So these are recovery slides. They're by the brand UFOs. They're super great. Yes, they're maybe not the best looking sandal, but they also have that little rocker thing to where not only is it hugging in on your arch, and it feels really good after a long run, but it's not flat on the ground, and it doesn't let your feet go too far forward, too far back. So they have a little bit of a rocker effect to them in that sense, and they're super comfortable. Definitely recommend these for after, like, a post run, or like a lot of people that have plantar fasciitis come into my store and love these guys because apparently it like relieves the pressure off the heel. So even if you're not a runner, definitely recommend these. Like, buy them for your mom. She would honestly probably love you for that. So yeah, those were all the things that I ended up taking on my trail run, and it was the time of my life. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I went to Beaver's Bend. It was in Oklahoma, and everyone there was great. It was a small little town, and the trails were great. I got my butt kicked, but it was the time of my life. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions, I'm definitely going to link everything in the video in the description bar down below. And I'm gonna have a video coming up on my half marathon because it's next week, and my training has just gone all over the place. So if you guys have any other videos that you'd like for me to make, or any shoes that you like for me to review, then just let me know and I will do it. Well, alright you guys, have a good rest of your day. Bye. Okay, so we made it to Beaver's Bend, on our way just 4 miles until we actually get there. Right, Malls?
Right.
Daisy, how are you feeling back there?
She's super excited.
Not phased, not phased. Alright, well,